Gaming is an incredible industry today. I think if you look, it's probably the most influential form of entertainment today.
That's true.
I believe it's directly competing today with the movie making industry.
100%.
Yeah. When there is a challenge, there is always an opportunity. And the beauty of this market is that it's not just one country, right? We're managing multiple countries. There is always an opportunity in one, there is a problem in another.
So true.
You always find something positive to do. And be positive, right?
Yeah.
Data protection is very important.
Yeah.
Very important for every customer.
Hey Peter, welcome to Mashable Mornings. How's it going?
Great. Great to be here.
We always love having tech folks on the show because Mashable Middle East is all about tech and you are the MD of HP. How has that been?
Well, amazing. I think that's the best place to be.
Really?
Absolutely, why not?
I've been told that you come from a very unique place where you've probably been in every shoe there is to have in an organizational structure.
Well, it's true.
How does one do that?
Landed in Dubai in 2004 and in a few months joined HP. And you know how it is, you're looking for a job, you're trying to settle, and one opportunity came across. And it's been, what, 19 years now?
I would say congratulations on 2 decades.
Yeah, absolutely.
That takes a lot. I mean, tell me this, what did you join as and what all were these things that you did and what were you learning from each of these?
You know, you come, you start, you get familiar with products, with technology, you learn how to deal with customers, you sell products in retail, you talk to every customer every day.
You
learn
were
something.
on ground doing sales?
Absolutely. I was in retail store selling HP products, and you probably don't even know that we had some products like that.
You should tell us.
Digital cameras. You know that we used to sell digital cameras?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I was actually selling digital cameras back in 2005.
That's
Not only computers, not only printers, but also digital cameras, yeah. When I started, I put my heart into it. Every single job that I was doing in HP, I was doing with a lot of energy and passion. And there are plenty of people that value this sort of commitment, you know. I was offered different roles. So I moved from retail sales to trade marketing, then to marketing. I did a couple of category jobs in HP. Then I took the responsibility of channel, end user business, country management. And I think in 2019, I became MD first time.
Oh, wow. That's about 5 years of that.
Well, I did a little bit of MD role, and then I moved to a head of category for a bigger region. And then I came back, 18 months ago and became MD of Middle East, yeah.
That's very, very nice to know. But what similarities do you see in the audiences in Turkey and in the Middle East and the other places that you've been managing?
You know, what is interesting is that incredible diversity that you meet when you start managing different countries. And you see people that do pretty much the same job, but always have a different color to it, you know? And I think I discovered the power and the strength of diversity when I started managing different countries. But you can see that in different cultures have different approaches, a bit of a flavor you'll always find in different places. From East Africa to Turkey to Saudi Arabia to Egypt, you always have something interesting. And that was fundamental for me because when I came back, I always looked at creating a team of people that have different backgrounds.
Oh, now you
Creating diversity, because that's the power of diversity. People have different ways of looking at things, generate different sort of ideas. And this is when I understood that diversity has the power.
Okay, can we talk about your personal life a little? I'm really fascinated by your second name. I want everybody to know how we pronounce it.
Oganesean.
Oganesean, like Alambayan.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like Armenian.
What is it like growing up in Armenia? What were the key learnings that you take to life and have?
Let me add some complexity to that, okay? I'm originally Armenian, but I was born in Georgia, moved to Moldova. My parents relocated when I was 2. And in 2004, I came to Dubai. So I lived in France for a little bit in between as well. So it's quite an interesting journey for me.
It's superb. But generally, there is a cultural nuance that you pick up from each place, right?
I was brought up in Moldova, but my family is a typical Armenian family. So of course, I've picked up a lot of stuff from that. It's a very welcoming, rich with hospitality and very family oriented kind of culture.
Yeah.
And now living here in Dubai, you can feel that here as well. It's very similar. Yeah.
That's so true. It is like the melting pot of culture, right? Everything is, you can get down, take a walk, and have 10 countries greeting you in 10 different languages.
You know, I told you about the diversity. Today in my organization, we have 27 different nationalities.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. I don't think there is any other office in the world where we'll have so many nationalities under one roof.
I'm just wondering how you all do holidays, because at any given point there is a national holiday
We
somewhere being
always
celebrated.
celebrate. We celebrate Ramadan, we celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Christmas. It could be a Christmas Orthodox or Catholic. So we always have something to celebrate. It's amazing.
That's so cool. But we always talk about a company culture on Mashable Mornings, and I would like to understand from the top of the echelon, how difficult is it to build that culture, and how difficult is it to maintain culture?
Culture is foundation of everything. You know, for me, I think this is a platform where people have to feel confident, have to feel positive. Without proper culture, you cannot expect any innovation. You cannot expect people to unleash that creativity that you usually expect them to do as a leader. So, and since our founders, since 1939, when founders established the company, they've put that HP way into the foundation. And what is HP way? Is actually the way you treat people, is a working philosophy, is how we work with each other. We spend most of the time at work, whether in the office or remote right now. I mean, you must be excited about where you're going, who you're talking to. You've got to smile in the morning and say hello. You should know who you're talking to. You know, you have to share, you know, these exciting moments that people have in their personal life. You know, at the same time, you should support when they need. You know, it's very important. And I think the foundation of all of that is respect, is integrity, is trust, and this is what HP Way is.
And if you're not happy at work, then the outcome will show.
If you're not happy at work, how can I demand anything additional?
That's true.
How can I demand innovation, creativity, out of the box thinking? I think the foundation of everything that we do at HP is our culture.
That's so cool. Tell me this, when you're hiring, what are the 3 tips that you would like to give to everybody? How are you hiring right? And then how are you reprimanding right?
You know, everything can be taught.
Yeah.
So I think common sense is very important. There is something that I value a lot, is the ambition, is the will. All right. You've got to want to do things, change, drive. You need that, right? You need that power of will, the ambition. And probably the third point is, for me, discipline. I believe discipline is, I read somewhere in sports, the best motivation is discipline. And I find it very strong, because if you're organized, if you're committed, you've got the common sense and desire,
that's it.
We can teach you to do whatever.
Yeah. And how do you correct course when something is going off? How do you tell your managers to fix things?
Working very closely with people.
Yeah.
You know, is that you've got to be very close to people that work with you. Sometimes people don't know, and you have to teach them how. You have to guide them, coach. You try. You know, it's our obligation as leaders to drive this sort of process of teaching and coaching and driving to the right direction. I think this is what we do.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time on that.
So Peter, tell me this. It is not the same world that we live in today. Hybrid is the new normal, and that wasn't the case. Everybody did not come to terms with that very easily. How did you cater to those growing needs of being catering to hybrid work environments?
Well, you're absolutely right. You know, prior to pandemic, you will never think that we could work from home and deliver on expectations. We had to go to the office before, and then suddenly we all locked at home and manage our business quite well. So it was a complete swing from every day to the office to delivering on expectations from home. Post-pandemic, the offices opened up and we welcomed our employees back to the offices, but a lot of things cannot be done in isolation. There are brainstorming sessions, out-of-box thinking, collaboration. It's much better when you're in the room with your colleagues, having a coffee and have a constructive discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's called hybrid. so that you can work from anywhere, right? From the office, from home, or from the airport or coffee shop.
That's true.
Yeah, so we realized that. We spent a lot of time talking to our customers and listen to them as well, and we realized that the needs are changing, and our clients are expecting us to deliver a solution where you can be as productive as you were from the office.
Yeah.
You don't want to compromise on the performance of your computer, on the quality of the sound or video. You want to be exactly the same Peter from the coffee shop or from the office.
That's true.
So at one point, we realized that there is one part that is missing in our offering is the collaboration piece. And we acquired a company called Poly.
Yeah.
Poly is a leading communication collaboration company. And after the acquisition, we completed the offering. So now you have a product that helps you to do the computing. And then we've got the range of professional peripherals that help you to communicate, hear well, with the noise cancellation, with proper video camera that allows you to move and it tracks your face and then moves along with you, and you don't compromise on the quality, on the performance, on creativity. You've got exactly the same performance as you had in the past. And I believe today, in this hybrid world, our solution is unique. We have the entire end-to-end offering. You can connect the headset today with the computer without any connectivity issues. It basically recognizes itself, and then tomorrow what you will have walking into the meeting room with HP computer, you'll automatically sync with the existing infrastructure in the room.
Why was it important to acquire and complete the loop of the offering?
I think what's important is the experience, right?
Yeah.
So what you want your customers to get the best possible experience from your offering. You don't want to have bits and pieces. So it's important because you have different options. You can have a meeting room in the office where you have 50 seats.
Yeah.
And you have your desk at home, and you're going to have exactly the same quality of sound.
That's true. AI, I have also been told, is something that you all have been deploying for a while. When did that journey with you start, and how can you break it down in layman terms for us to understand how much of it is in action today?
AI is big.
Yeah.
Is going to transform the way we live and work. Everything today related to AI is very promising. And at HP, we believe that AI is going to transform and go beyond just computing tools. It will create PC make PC your companion. So eventually, when you load your AI application, generative AI applications on the computer itself, you will personalize the experiences. You will reduce the latency. You will better communicate. You will have better data secured on the computer. So computer is going to anticipate, assist, and adapt to your needs.
And when you say anticipate, tell me, is it basically learning? Is there ML being deployed that keeps making it more intelligent every day?
So AI is the technology that is being moved to a computer. And today we just started. Every day is going to get stronger and more powerful. More applications are going to be created that are going to be assisting, supporting, and helping you to anticipate and work with you closer, right? At the moment, we are at the starting point. And I believe in next 12 months, we'll see a lot of innovation in that space. But ultimately, what you're going to see is applications developing on this technology platform, becoming smarter and smarter, and anticipate more, create, and recommend. This is the essence of generative AI.
So what is your morning routine like, and how are you being adept?
I'm very disciplined.
Oh, really?
I get up very early in the morning and...
You're a 4 a.m. waker?
No, I am not. I'm disciplined not because I'm so organized, it's just because I have to take my kids to the school.
Very honest answer there.
Well, but this is the reality, and I think I love it because you don't have a lot of time in the evening. Sometimes you don't see them because of a late meeting or dinner or something else. So in the morning when you take them to school, it's an opportunity to connect.
That's true.
And I love it. So I drop them to the school, come back, I read a little bit, and if I don't do any sport that morning, at 9 o'clock I'm in the office.
And then once you're in office, is there a set pattern that you follow?
Depends, of course. It's a calendar that is usually busy. We meet with the team, we talk on different days of the week. You have different type of activities. But yeah, it's full time in the office, and if not in the office, then we're out there meeting our partners and customers.
Oh, super. So you are still one of those people who goes out on ground and gets feedback?
Absolutely, absolutely. There is no way you can understand what's happening in the real world if you don't meet your customers and clients.
Rather, how do you think that helps?
Well, you understand what the reality is. You know, when you pass on the feedback from one person to another, details are being forgotten most of the time. So it's important to hear from them. Sometimes people don't want to share with you what the reality is, trying to fix the problem or address some issues without your involvement, but then it gets a little longer than it should be. So it's important to be there. It's important to hear from your partners, hear from your clients, customers. Very important to be hands-on.
How big is gaming for HP? Because I've been hearing some really exciting news.
Gaming is an incredible industry today. I think if you look, it's probably the most influential form of entertainment today.
That's true.
I believe it's directly competing today with the movie making industry.
100%.
Yeah. So when the industry is growing, when the number of gamers is growing, it cannot be not important for HP because, you know, we're doing everything for our customers, right? And it is big. We introduced our first Omen device back in 2015-16, and since then a lot of things have changed. But I think what is different today is it's no longer about hardware, it's about the ecosystem. Our gamers are seeing gaming beyond just playing. It's a form of community, and today people communicate through gaming. And I'm sure there are a lot of Generation Z and Alphas watching right now. I can tell you that a lot of them believe that it's an essential part of their life. And some of them feel a lot more comfortable playing games and communicating rather than communicating in real life.
Yeah.
So for us, it's big. And as we just discussed about poly, hybrid world, how do we want to offer the best possible experience for our customers? Exactly the same is happening in gaming. It's about the ecosystem. It's about our customer experience. And what we believe we should do is develop a product, a solution that gives that unique experience to every gamer. So we acquired a very well-known gaming accessory brand, HyperX.
Yes.
We added to our gaming portfolio of Omen, and today we're probably one of those few vendors that offer an end-to-end solution for our gamers when it comes to personalizing the experiences during the game.
That's true. Tell me this, how different is it when the proposition from sales or marketing is towards a singular person and more towards an enterprise? What are the key differences, you must say?
A customer is a customer.
That's it.
Right. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what type of customer. For us, it's important we have to get the best possible experience for our customer. Now, in the corporate world, you obviously look a lot at the security, a lot of the value proposition on the enterprise level, such as durability, reliability, manageability, right? These are the things that IT managers value a lot. If you look at the enterprise business, what is the main concern of the IT manager in the hybrid world? Security.
Security, you're right.
No.
Because you end up, the Office PC is used as, sometimes it has some data that is personal. Both of who are at risk.
Data protection is very important.
Yeah.
Very important for every customer.
How often are you all doing internal audits and trying to better that?
No, it's being done every day. So we have an incredible solution today for our customers. Cybercrime is well funded and well resourced.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you know that there is an attack almost every 4 seconds. So protecting that means updating it every day, if not every minute, right? So our team is focused on creating the best possible protection for our customers, and we developed in-house Wolf Security as a stack of technologies that are protecting all our devices and printers as well. You'll be surprised.
Really?
Everyone thinks about computers only, but printer today is a mini computer, and it's very vulnerable. So today you can get into the system, into the infrastructure through the printer easily. So it's important that you have the same level of security on the printer than on the computer. And this is what we do with our Wolf Security. It protects from the BIOS all the way to different level of applications on the device.
That's so interesting. I never knew that printers could be that easily hacked.
Today's printer is a mini computer.
Yeah. But tell me, 3 tips for any people in sales out there. How do you manage the pressure of being under the radar always, delivering on pipelines and clearing pipelines?
You know, when you work hard and you're on top of your business,
Yeah.
you can have some short-term challenges, but they're always short-term. There should be no shortcuts. Should be always a proper job done, whatever you do. That's very important.
Interesting.
Flexibility is another part that I believe always worked for me. I think the third one is positivity. You know, we undervalue sometimes that the energy that is being generated from people. You don't want to talk to someone negative. You don't want to buy a product from a negative person. Whatever happened in your life, doesn't matter. You've got to stay positive. And if you're positive, a lot of things come along, you know?
Yeah. I always believe so. I think that's great advice for all sales folks out there. If you haven't subscribed to Mashable Middle East, now would be a great time. And tell me what HP products you started using first. I don't remember my first printer being other than HP. It was until very...
Next one should be also HP.
Yeah, of course. I mean, now it's an enterprise level where we talk HP. now it is more of a office level ask than this thing. But tell me, when you're talking to larger folks, you want to deliver a leadership level, a leadership bound message. How do you arrive at the right messaging to deliver to a large group of people?
Well, it depends what it is about. What would you like me to address? What are you talking about?
So, like
right
when you're in an offsite, let's say, when everybody's having fun and you want to set the vision for 2025, how do you deliver that message when everybody's having fun, let's say?
Well, interesting question. Usually when everybody's having fun, I also have fun. But on a serious note, I think everyone understands that I am taking the leadership role and I have to talk about business sometimes. So people understand that. And I always have a plan, you know. So I know what needs to be communicated when we have an objective to achieve. And sometimes I will skip and not talk about it, but when the right time comes, I will definitely make it clear. We do have a direction, we have certain expectations, and every person contributes to that. Goes back to the culture. So when we have fun, we enjoy, we basically get this kind of strength together and you know, achieve the best part of the day by being together, and business comes after.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. What is the office vibe like?
I'll tell you that in the office, I decide very little. We have multiple communities that actually drive the energy of the office.
The decision making too.
The decision making is all with people. So we have the site leadership team that meets once in a while. Okay. They decide what we want to do. They decide on how do we want to engage, what type of activities to do, what sort of celebrations to have in the near or long term, right? So they plan the whole thing. We have a wellness community. The leader of the community absolutely decides on what sort of sports activities we're going to do. We have a sustainability community where sustainability lead decides on what sort of activities we do as a team.
This is just internal sustainability.
Just internal. We have a big program as a company. But what we're talking about right now is what we're going to do as people. And we also have a recognition community. And that community decides who is going to be recognized every quarter based on certain criteria. So people get together and decide how the office or how the community will be celebrating or will be doing sports or what sort of giving back to the community activities we will do. And it's all being decided by people. And that's the power of culture.
But how do you work in the toughness of the environment that the current markets are going through? You know, we keep hearing about the rockiness of it, the recession, mass firings and all of those.
You regroup. Yeah. You be flexible, you've got to be agile, understand the challenges. When there is a challenge, there is always an opportunity. And the beauty of this market is that it's not just one country, right? We're managing multiple countries. There is always an opportunity in one, there is a problem in another.
So true.
And that's the advantage of being in the fragmented market where you always find something positive to do. And be positive, right?
Yeah. Tell me this, you spoke about sustainability internally, but there are sustainable practices there at HP that are largely deployed. Tell me more about that.
That's a big topic for us.
Yes.
I think it's very, very important for HP. For us, it's important as people, but for the organization is a lot more important because we want to be a responsible brand, and we are. Okay, we want to be by 2030. We want to be the most sustainable and just technology company. It's an ambitious goal, but it's properly backed up by actions. Right.
Okay.
So we've got a strategy that sits on three main pillars: is around climate change, human rights, and digital equity. Climate change, in short, we want to give back to the planet more than we take. We have clear goals that are being reviewed at the end of every year. We publish the results, where we stand, what we wanted to achieve, or where we are. We also do a lot of things as a community here, but we don't publish that. That's done by our sustainability community.
Can you give us a few examples?
Well, it's very personal, so I'm not going to brag about that. But there is a lot to do with blood donation, food packaging. You work with the labor camps, and there are a lot of guys in our team that go out there and train people how to use technology in the personal time on Sundays. What we also do on the larger scale, we work on recycling plastic, metals, and put that back into our products.
Very nice.
60% of the products, of the revenue that was generated last year, was delivered from the products that met environmental standards or reduced the environmental impact. So you talked about gaming. We just recently introduced here the Omen Transcend 14.
Correct.
Amazing portable, powerful gaming device for students. But 45% of the plastic is recycled.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We also collect ocean-bound plastic and put it back in our products. So we collect plastic from the ocean, process it, and put it back in our. And in Transcend, a little bit of this ocean-bound plastic is used in the keyboard. We recycled metal, and there are some parts, the hinge caps and some of the bezel contains recycled metal, and so on. So there's a lot that is being done. Yeah, we're very proud of that.
I love it. This is so cool. I did not know about this extent of sustainability practice there. Tell me, what are your hobbies like? What are you doing for downtime?
I play football.
Tell me this. How is it learning from the kids? Two teenagers. How does that keep you on your toes?
Well, they keep me disciplined, as I told you.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, but I have beautiful kids, so I enjoy spending time with them, and we learn from them every day. I think one of them is Generation Z, the other one is Alpha.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so these are the future generation of leaders. Very particular, but I think they're good kids.
Yeah. You've seen Dubai 20 years ago. What do you remember of this Sheikh Zayed Road that you're just entering?
There was nothing here. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah?
It's unbelievable. Yeah, so there was a Hard Rock Cafe in this area, and there was no marina behind. There were just a few buildings being built. Nothing on the left side, no Jumeirah Lake Towers, a few buildings of marina, and that's it. Incredible what happened. Incredible transformation. I think.
What do you think about the pace of the city?
Super fast.
Yeah.
Super fast. I'm enjoying it. I think it's the best place to be today because we talked about technology, and technology was always the progress, the evolution was extremely fast. This city is quite close to what technology is going through. Every day there is something new, and the city, the country, just embrace this transformation. And anything that you talk about, be it AI, gaming, or is something to do with hospitality, always on the top, always the best. I'm in love with Dubai.
What does it teach you?
Well, you've got to embrace the change. You've got to be one step ahead. I think what I learned from technology and evolution of technology, and now we talked about Dubai, I think it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It goes fast, and you've got to engage. You've got to take it head on and drive along. I think it's important that you kind of open up and adapt. Very important.
That's so true. Tell me this. We spoke about briefly about a vision of 2020, 2030, but what do you imagine the workspace to become with AI is in a big manner?
Well, I hope people will still want to work by 2030. With the pace that AI is evolving, I believe productivity is going to be on a different level.
What are your areas like? Where do you what do you call home, and where do you hang out?
I've lived here for 20 years now,
So this is home.
so this is home. My kids were born here.
Yeah,
I think I'm a citizen of this planet.
that's it.
This is what I think I am. Yeah.
Mashable folks are always really excited to hear about it. 3 tech trends that we're going to hear about very soon. What do you anticipate? Yeah.
So the big one, the first one, which is biggest, is AI. We talked about it.
Yeah.
The second one for us is that flexibility that we also talk about, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. So more advancements would be expected by our clients, by our customers, from the technology space for us to be equally productive and comfortable from wherever. Right?
All sectors. This is going to be across.
That's going to be across.
Oh wow. Okay.
And the third one is the trust. Okay, and I'll tell you what it is. Customers want to trust the vendors. And the first one is sustainability within the trust, and the second one is security. These are big movers. When I buy a product, I want to trust the vendor, that the vendor is responsible. That's a very, very important element of tomorrow. A lot of employees today, I'll give you 70% of people that are looking for a job believe that sustainable companies are better employers.
That's true. Since we are very close to Abu Dhabi in a sense, tell me about the Abu Dhabi Esports Island project and how HP is contributing on that.
I think UAE is embracing this change, transformation, and growth very well. Gaming industry is growing, and as usual, UAE is taking a center stage here, taking a massive step towards building probably the most exciting project right now is this, the entire island, Esports Island. Now, we're not part of it. We're definitely going to be part of it when it is going to be built. Gaming is a priority for us, and we're going to definitely showcase our products and maybe partner up with the esports arena on that island. But it is an incredible project. I'm looking forward to seeing the development around that.
Tell me this, as a tech nerd or an aspiring tech nerd, I think what makes me wonder is how do you take so much technology, a lot of hardware, and concisely put it into a small, like specifically talking about the Omen Transcend 14, because that gaming laptop is a powerhouse. It has so much packed into such a small device. How do you decide, how do you work on that sort of portability?
Well, first is an idea, right? So you would ask, why do you need a gaming portable device? So I think the idea came as a best student gaming device.
Okay.
So why do you need that? Now, this new generation, and we'll see in comments whether it's right or not, is very keen on having just one device. I don't want to have multiple ones. I want to play games, do my emails, do my research and development of my projects on the same device. So the Transcend 14 is a portable device for you to do your university work as well as do the games, right?
Yeah.
Now, how do you put that into a small chassis? Well, that's the innovation. This is where our R&D team did a very good job of putting so much power into such a small chassis.
Yeah. Tell me this: what kind of evolution have you seen in competitive landscape when it comes to tech? Because there have been a lot of players which switched, like you just said, with cameras and everything else. What was it like dabbling when you're like?
Yeah, I could see a lot of companies that consolidate, a lot of companies that basically lose their customer, and I think the fundamentals have to stay. Why are we doing everything today? We want to get the best possible experience to our customer, and that should not change, right? So when you think from that perspective, you will always do the right things. Then business management processes. At the end of the day, I am the business leader and have to deliver to my shareholders.
Yeah.
So there are certain business expectations from me, and I'll have to deliver. And I think if you as a company follow this basic rule of customer comes first, and this is what we do at HP, Everything else comes secondary. How do we cater? How do we deliver the best possible experience? And then we build our organization accordingly. We build our products accordingly. We change our processes. We adjust. And we talked about sustainability. We talked about security and flexible work. All of this is the outcome of what our customers are expecting from a vendor like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can we deliver that kind of top experience in the future? And this is why we are where we are. We are one of the leaders in the space, and hopefully will continue for many more years.
You all are quite truly one of the leaders. Yes, you don't have to have the humility right there. You all are quite there.
But it's a company with very rich history.
That's true.
Established in 1939, and since then moved through years of innovation, creating new categories, new products. Now we're talking about digital services, innovating every year. Isn't it amazing?
It is. I completely always try to understand how one can bring change in legacy setups. Is there a hack to be able to bring change in legacy setups?
It goes back to customers.
Yeah.
I just talked to you about customer. Customer is changing.
You have to change.
You have to change. That's what you need to do. And this is what we're doing well. Now, we know that customer is expecting us to develop products and solution in the space of flexibility. We do that. We went and we acquired a company. We merged both. Today we have the best possible offering in the industry for in the hybrid space.
Are you somebody who's tracking their MISs very keenly, very closely all the time?
We do have a team of doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
But do you believe in the 30,000 feet view, or the on the ground?
A combination of both.
Yeah. How do you differentiate? How do you vary it?
You talk to me about do you go and see your customers and partners?
Yeah.
Why would you need to go? Right? Don't you have a team to go and meet them? Yeah, I do have a team. But once in a while, I have to go down from my 30,000 feet and understand what's happening in the market. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You do it from different angles. You have to have a different view. You have to understand what is working well here and there. So I guess a combination of both is
imperative. Yeah.
Yeah.
You all are also working very closely with other areas like medicine or hospitality. How do you have to innovate and custom create for those bigger enterprises?
We work with different industries and different verticals. Technology today is in the heart of every vertical, every industry: education, healthcare, hospitality, manufacturing, everywhere. Every industry has a particular expectations, right? So we'll have to design a product for education with education in mind.
Yeah.
K-12, what do we need for students in the elementary school? What do we need for students in the high school and in the universities and so on? The same thing in the healthcare. There are a lot of healthcare solutions that we are partnering up with third-party organizations, not necessarily developed by us, but our technology, our workstations could be powering a much bigger project.
Interesting.
In healthcare. We've got an amazing solutions for the hospitality sector, our retail point of sales, our kiosks, mobile point of sales. You go in Dubai and go to most of the pharmacies, go to the retail stores, premium stores, you'll find our point of sale devices.
Yeah.
So again, goes back to understanding your customer. Your customer wants that. I see an opportunity. I create a product to cater that particular market.
How do you work with just being on the cloud and all of these remote things that you have to work towards? Like the computer has to be intuitive.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm talking about. So introduction of AI in the near future is going to transform the experience that we as customers will have. So what happens is today everything is on the cloud.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is creating a technology or platform that will have the generative AI applications on the hardware itself.
Oh.
Okay, and that will make the product a lot more secure, will reduce the latency, bring a bit of cost efficiency as well. So by moving it onto the device, you'll basically create some sort of a solution that is always with you, and you won't have the dependency on the cloud.
So it would have taken the data and then, kept
You
it
got to
locally
have
and then...
everything on your device. You don't need the cloud. Of course, it's going to be a combination of cloud and
Yes, of
on
course.
the edge as well. But I think ultimate objective is to have a powerful product that will support all these new AI applications that will make your life easier, more productive, and so on.
Thank you so much for being on Mashable Mornings.
Amazing. Thank you.